Oh my goodness, I'm shiny. I'm sweating. So I was thinking, we are humans, and let's start with this. If I asked you, describe the home of a bird, you would think something like this, right? You know, trees and stuff. If I said describe the home of a turtle, you would think something like this. I mean, some water somewhere, but you know, looks like this. But if I say describe the home of a human, not this, right? Not now, at least. Maybe a couple thousand years ago. And I think that's a problem. I think we've become people, and we're losing our humanity. We're losing the idea that we are humans, which are animals. And it's killing us. If I said, if you picture yourself on your couch, you got a front door, a back door, they're both locked. Your windows are locked. Your air conditioning's on. You're cool. You got food in the fridge. You're chilling. You're safe, right? But you're dying. You're dying in there. Out here, you're living. You're living like a human out here. And if we're not careful, we're going to trap ourselves if we already aren't trapped. Oh, I guess I'm going to do this. Lighting, sorry. If we aren't already trapped, which, you know, most of us are, I would think, we're going to be trapped as people. And you really don't want to be a person, because a person can't be out here spending time walking around outside. A person's got to go to work and make money. So I'm a little jealous of turtles and birds. They don't care about money. They don't need money. They just do their thing, and they're living life, and they're at home all the time, and we're not. But we've been kind of trained to think that our homes are, you know, where we should be all the time. But we should be out here all the time, because that's where we were at for thousands of years, outside. Even when we did have, you know, buildings and stuff like that. I'm getting a nice shoulder workout right now. Geez. We didn't have windows for a long time. We didn't have air conditioning until very recently. We didn't have heating until very recently. Well, actually, no. Heating was a little different. We had fire. We make fire. But now we just kind of never go outside. I mean, if I didn't choose to be out here right now, then like I have no reason to be out here. I could have never went to this park. I could just be inside like I was earlier. And I could have been inside the rest of the day. And that would have been that. And whatever I would have done at home would just feel normal. It would feel okay, you know, nothing crazy. Sometimes we have really good experiences at home. But we rarely have any experiences outside. I shouldn't say we, you know, I don't know about you. But most likely, if you're watching this, I probably am talking to you, because, you know, you're probably not outside watching the YouTube video. Matter of fact, go outside right now. Get your headphones, okay? Hopefully wired, okay? Wired headphones. Listen, don't get me started. I'm an AirPod guy, okay? But they're bad for you. These are probably bad for you too, honestly, but less bad. So I try to not have them. I try to not use them when I don't need to. I guess I never need to. But listen to this outside. You don't have to go to a park. You can just walk around where you live, whatever the case is. If it's raining out, still go outside. Find somewhere where the rain isn't raining. I gotta switch arms. Belt pump. Find somewhere where it's not too bad, you know. Maybe bring your umbrella and just be outside and listen to this. Like, I think even something as small as that can incrementally make you feel more like a living human being instead of a surviving person. It's not going to be instant. If you start going outside more, you're not just going to like, all your problems aren't just going to go away. You know, it's going to take time, but it's a step in the right direction because you're living more like your ancestors, the animals before you, and you're with other animals. And you know, it's just, this is our home out here. This is our true home. And if you forget that, you just end up like secluding yourself in a alien world almost. Even though you're still on Earth and there's still other people. You could have a dog, there's still other animals, but you're not out here, and something's just different out here. I'm sure you could tell. But typically people, you know, there's a lot you have to deal with when you're out here. So as soon as, like for me, my thing is bugs. I don't really like bugs. They fly in your ear and stuff, and that's why I have these in. I don't even have them plugged in. I just have them to protect my ear right now because I hate when bugs fly in my ear. But whatever your reasoning is, like, you have to push through it. You'll push through anything else. It's like, oh, well, I don't want to, go to McDonald's or whatever. So you DoorDash. That's still effort. And it's kind of funny because, you know, unless you can't physically go, you're essentially, what you're saying is, I'm going to go to work, spend time working to make the money to pay someone else to do a thing that I could do. And so you're still kind of doing it. It just doesn't feel it. You're basically like taking a little loan out. Bugs. You're taking a little loan out to where, you know, you just spend your money now that you're going to make in the future, or maybe you already have made. But I say just go and do it. And you, like I said, it could be 10 minutes. Doesn't have to be long. Just build the habit. Okay? You won't regret it. You won't regret it. You might have some issues, like, you know, I'm not saying you're gonna go out and you're like, oh, I'm out here, everything's great. No, like, something may happen. This is my like third take on this video, but like some explosion went off. Here, blaming something else. And I think that's what I was doing for years. What was that? Yo, what the? Oh my, am I alive? Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't believe that. I don't know what that was. Something definitely just exploded. Oh, I see smoke. What? That wasn't a firework. There was no, it was just a bomb. Oh, who was that? So that like kind of messed it up, but you know, you just keep moving. And I don't know what it is. I guess being out here, our brains are just naturally like, oh, we're at home and we feel better. And I think stress is, it's mitigated while you're out here. So I think going out and maybe thinking about things, this is where you should do it. I know for a long time, I just never felt good. Like I, you know, even if I got sleep, even if I don't know, did everything I thought I was supposed to be doing to feel good, it just, nothing ever worked. But every time I'm outside, yeah, if it's super hot, you know, I'm still hot, I'm still super hot, but I just feel better. I just feel at home. And, you know, unfortunately, the weather can be extreme sometimes. You know, if it was snow, I don't even think this park's open in the winter. So it's like, you know, you got to figure it out, or you just move to where, you know, the weather's better most of the time. And I think that's a big one. I think a lot of people live in areas where it's just not for humans. It's just not for humans. Like, you know, in Antarctica or the North Pole, we'll say, are there polar bears up there? Wherever the polar bears are at, you know, they evolved to live in that climate. So they don't, I mean, do they have like ice caves or something? Like, they're definitely not just like chilling on the snow all day, right? Like, I don't know. But clearly, they have evolved to live up there. We haven't. So that's why if we go up there, we gotta use our people technology to keep us from dying. But honestly, if we don't have to do that, we shouldn't. We should just, I guess some people are more adapted to that type of life. And I'm not gonna say like, oh no, they gotta leave, but you know, if life ain't hitting, I would consider moving. And clearly that's hard because like we're trapped as people, and you're like, well, I gotta find a job somewhere, and it's pretty devastating. It's like, as nice as we have it, it's like, I think we've bit off more than we could chew, because now our populations rely on a person lifestyle and not a human lifestyle. We don't grow our own food. Like, individually, we don't grow our own food. We don't have our own animals. So instead, we're like, we're gonna work, make money, and then pay other people to give us their food that they grew and all that. And even worse, let the government oversee all of it. Farmers, what they can do and not do, and they can just basically tell the farmers to do something that isn't in our best interest, and then we die. You know, I don't want to get into that now, but yeah, I am going to try to get outside more. It's summertime. It's the 2nd of July. So I have a few months of good weather to enjoy outside. I would like to shout out the sun. Oh, the bugs were attacking me. Sorry. Yo, get off me. They're being rude. They're being rude. I hope I don't get... Yo, what? This one bug is just like attacking me. He keeps landing on... Yo, Look, now I'm going for a jog out here. It's all part of the plan. I swear, if he comes back, I'm scared for my life. Anyway, yeah. Hopefully, what I said was interesting. Maybe you never thought about it. Tell me what you think. So yeah, thanks for watching. Get outside. Hey, Robert, you watched this whole video inside. Good job, but like, get outside next time. Okay? And you, Tim. Okay? Patrick. DeMarcus. I'm talking about you.